extra English practice. Hi everybody, welcome to EAP. In this video, we want to talk about how to pronounce ED endings. So, for example, in regular verbs in the past tense. There are 3 ways to pronounce the ED at the end of a word. It can either sound like t, d, or id. And which one you choose depends on the sound that comes before the ED ending.
The first category we're going to look at is words where the ED ending is pronounced id. So this means it's an extra syllable, a syllable on its own. These words are the words in which the sound before the ED ending is a T or a D sound. So in that case, we add id on the end. For example, end ends in a D. And if we add ed, it sounds like this. Ended. End, 1 syllable. Ended, 2 syllables.
Yeah.
Another example, visit. Visit. Visited. Visited. So 2 syllables, visit. 3 syllables, visited. And another example, decide, which ends in an E letter, but the D sound. So we want to pay attention to the sound more than the spelling. Decide, 2 syllables. Decided, 3 syllables. This is really important because if you add extra syllables where there shouldn't be, or you don't add a syllable where there should be a syllable, it's much harder for an English speaker to understand.
That is the only category where we're adding an extra syllable when we're adding an ED ending. There are 2 other ways to pronounce the ED ending. One is t, t. We pronounce an ED ending t when the sound that comes before ED is a voiceless sound. So that means there is no vibration in your throat. Nothing is happening here. So sounds are coming out, but this is not moving. These voiceless sounds are p, f, k, s, sh, ch, and
They're all the quiet sounds.
they're very quiet. And if a word ends in that sound before the ED ending, we will pronounce it like t. So for example, work. Work. And when you say work, k, k, it ends in a k, k, voiceless K. K, k. So we'll say worked. Worked. Laugh. Laugh. Laugh ends in a GH, but the sound is f, and f is voiceless. Laughed. And finally, dance. Dance ends in a CE, but the sound is s, like an S. Dance, danced.
Okay, the last way it can be pronounced is like d. So not an extra syllable, not id, but just the d sound, d. These words are all the other consonants that we haven't mentioned yet. There's a lot of them. And all of the vowels. Vowels are always voiced. So this is the category of the voice sounds, and all vowels are voiced, so they all fall into this category. An example is play. So this ends in a vowel sound, a. Played, played. Or close, z, z. This is a voiced sound, so it would be closed, closed. Or travel, la la la, is a voiced sound, traveled. So in all those cases, I'm not adding a syllable, right? Play is 1 syllable, played is still 1 syllable. Travel is 2 syllables, traveled, 2 syllables. Doesn't
And
change.
the same was true for the t sounds. Work,
right.
worked. Work, worked.
So remember, the only time you add an extra syllable is if the sound before the ED is t or d.
So just to be very clear what we mean by syllables, when I say work, worked, both have 1. 2 syllables would sound like worked. That's incorrect.
Yeah.
So work, worked, rather than work, worked. No.
No.
Travel, traveled. No.
No.
Travel, 2. Traveled, 2 syllables.
That's right. But start, started. That's necessary. Otherwise, I don't even know how to say that the other way. Started. It doesn't work.
It's time for a game. This game is X's and O's. The goal is to get 3 X's or 3 O's in a row, vertically, horizontally, or diagonally. You get a square, you get an X or an O on the board by doing 3 things. Choosing a word, pronouncing it correctly with the proper ed ending, t, d, or id, and making an accurate sentence with it. Right, here we go. I'm going to start, and I'm going to start with this one. So this word is listened, listened, d, listened, because n is a voiced sound. So my sentence is, I listened to a very interesting podcast yesterday.
You got it. She did good. I choose finished. Finished. Sh is a voiceless sound, so it sounds like a T at the end. Finished. I finished my homework early.
Good for you.
Thanks.
Okay, my turn. I'm going up here. This is needed. Needed. Extra syllable. Needed. I needed some help, so I called my friend Misha.
Okay. Well, I have to go here or she'll win. So I choose this word, which is helped. Helped. But is voiceless, so this sounds like helped. I helped my friend Larissa.
She's very helpful. Oh, it's not where I wanted to go, but I choose this one. Watched. 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 That's really hard to say, and it's hard to not put another syllable in there because we have so many consonants together, but watched. I watched a good movie on the weekend.
Where do I want to go next?
Here.
Not listening to her. Started. This is a T sound, start. So this is the one where we add an extra syllable. Started.
Oh, sentence.
I started to put my O there before I made a sentence.
And I stopped her.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Oh, here I go. This also adds a syllable. Graduated. Graduated. I graduated from high school in 19
something or other.
It's a long time ago.
Nice. 19 kind of dates you right there.
That's true. 1997.
Hey, 20-year anniversary graduating from high school this year. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
So
That doesn't
smart.
make me feel old at all.
Well, I'm going to stop her. Enjoyed. Enjoyed. Oi, this is a vowel sound. So it's pronounced like a D. Enjoyed. I've enjoyed playing this game with you, Larissa.
Me too. And here's mine. Moved. Moved. I have moved probably 10 times in my life.
That's a lot.
It's too many.
Yeah.
Well, nobody won this one.
No. We are exactly equally matched.
We are. Let's try again.
Yeah, let's try again. Okay, we're going to play again. This time we have words that are adjectives that end in ed. So these rules apply to any words that have an ed ending, so an ed suffix. Okay, you go
I
first.
get to start again. All right, this time I'm going to start here. This is surprised. Surprised. I was surprised when Misha said I could go first.
Okay, I'm going to go right in the middle. Stressed. Stressed. I'm really stressed about maybe losing this game. Not really. But
Okay, I'm going up here. Disappointed. disappointed. I'll be disappointed if I lose. Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. Exhausted. Exhausted. After playing X's nose, I'm usually exhausted. Such a strenuous game. Oh.
All right, my turn. I gotta block you. Tired. Tired. I'm not exhausted, but I am tired.
Confused. Confused. I'm confused by this game.
My turn. Excited. Excited. I'm excited about the weekend.
Good. Okay, my last one. Embarrassed. Embarrassed. I'm embarrassed when I trip and fall. Happens a lot.
Misha, you should be embarrassed because
Oh no! I missed it.
relaxed. Maybe you were feeling a little too relaxed
Yeah.
about this game.
Larissa wins. Good work. I like the winning dance. Let's see it again. Okay, so we want to give you some practice now. So look at these words on the screen and decide whether each pair is pronounced the same ED ending sound, or differently. If they're pronounced the same, you can write an S beside. If they're pronounced differently, write a D.
Pause the video here, and when you finish, press play, and you'll hear the answers. Number 1, finished, played, they're different.
Number 2, waited, enjoyed, different.
3, asked, danced, they're the same.
Number 4, stayed, started, different.
5, traveled, tried, same.
Number 6, attended, balanced, they're different.
7, graduated, needed, same.
Number 8, listened, helped, different.
Just remember, when you're using an ED ending on a word, there are 3 ways to pronounce it. T, if the sound that comes before ED is voiceless. D, if the sound that comes before the ED is voiced. And id, if that sound is a T or a D.
So when we started this video, you may not have known all these rules, but we hope you've enjoyed learning as you watched us play a game. I did all 3 there. Did you hear it?
Good job. Yeah, good job. Extra English practice.
Is a voiceless sound. Truly voiceless.
Cuffed.
Took my voice away.
Cuffed. No sentence.